question number 69, moving towards next question, that's 69. Moving towards question number 69, it reads as a sum of money is divided among three persons, X, Y, and Z in the ratio 10, 7, and 5. If Y gets 140 more than Z, how much will X get? How much will X get? A simple question. A sum of money, a sum of certain money, we have no idea how much is the money, what amount of the money is to be divided among three persons. We have given merely the ratio 10, 7, 5 and one fact, one connecting link, the dots that we have to connect. Y gets 140 more than Z. Y gets 140 rupees more than Z. We have given simply the ratios X, Y, Z. Their ratios are 10, 7 and 5. And the share of Y is 140 more than Z. The ratio of Y is 140 more than Z. Ratio of Y 140 more than Z. A sum of money we are asked to divide among three persons X, Y, Z. The ratio 10, 7 and 5. The connecting link, Y gets 140 rupees more than Z. How much will X get? How much will X get? X the question mark. X the question mark. The ratio of X, Y and Z are 10, ratio 7, ratio 5. 10, ratio 7, ratio 5 is given to us. Connecting link, the only fact, second fact we have given, Y gets, Y obtained, Y garner, Y accomplished 140 rupees more than Z. Y get 140 rupees more than Z. Then how much will X get? How much will X get? It's our question. Simple. Share of Y is given by corresponding ratio of Y, that's 7. Sum of ratios 10 plus 7 plus 5. We have given no idea of the amount. Let me write A for the amount. A for the amount. Corresponding ratio of Y. Corresponding ratio of Y divided by sum of the ratios, divided by sum of the ratios, multiplied by total or whatever the is amount, we have no idea. Simplifying this, that is 7 times, it's 22. 10 plus 7 plus 5, 22. Okay, and Z, share of Z is given by corresponding ratio of Z, that's 5. Similarly, in the same token, divided by sum of the ratios, multiplied by the total amount, we have no idea. Up till now, we have no idea. It will become 5 times A over 22. 5 times A over A, 22. Now we replace both these values of Y and Z here. Y and Z here. Then we are going to get the total, plugging in the values of Y and Z. Y is given by 7 times A over 22 is equal to 140 plus 5 times A over 22. Collecting the like terms of A of amount on the left hand side and solving for A, then we are in a position to find the total. After total, to find the value of share of X, how much will X get? It's really simple. Collecting the like terms on the left hand side. 7A over 22 minus 5A over 22 is equal to 140. Denominator is homogeneous. There is no change in the denominator. That's, we have 7A minus 5A is equal to 140. 7A minus 5A is equal to 140. Making a space for myself as I am running out of the frame. Now we have, let me write this step again. 7A minus 5A over 22 divided by 22 is equal to 140. Here 7A minus 5A is 2A divided by 22, we have 140. Applying table 11 and A is going to be 140 times 11. If you multiply it, it will become 1540 if I'm not correct. 14 multiplied by 11, that's 4, that's 1, okay, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1, introducing 0, 154. It is the total amount, means we have to disperse, we have to distribute among A, X, Y, Z 1,540 rupees. 1,540 rupees. Now we have the amount, total amount. Now we have the total amount. Now we have the total amount. Now it's simple to calculate the value of X. How much will X get? X, corresponding ratio of X, that's 10. Sum of ratios is 22 multiplied by amount, total amount. Now we have X is equal to 10 over 22 times amount is 1540. Applying table up to 5 times and it's 11 times. We have multiplied 22, 11 and 144. 11 and 144 we have multiplied somewhere. That's, where is my calculation? Where is my calculation? That is 140 times 11. 140 times 11. It helps me. I apply table, I am going to get without calculation 140 from this. From this fact, I have just multiplied 140 times 11, 140 times 11, dividing by 11, I have 140. So share of X is 5 times 140. Share of X is 5 times 140. Share of X is 5 times 140. So 5 times 140 is 70, 700. So the share of X is 700 in that case. 700 in that case. We have given a ratio. In that ratio, we have to distribute some amount of money among X, Y, and Z. Furthermore, we have given that Y gets 140 more than Z. Y gets 140 more than Z. Y gets 140 more than Z. Utilizing this fact and these, we obtain the amount that is 1,540. That is 1,540. From this and utilizing ratios, given corresponding ratios of X, Y, Z, we are in a position to find the value of X, that is 700. That is 700. Moving towards next question, as usual, we have moving towards next question, that is 70 as usual. Moving towards next question, it reads as the average of a group of 13 boys is 30. The average of a group of 13 boys is 30. When 2 more boys join the group, the average rose by 2 years. The average rose by 2 years. The sum of the ages of the 2 new boys is 26, 30, 50 or 56. We have given average. Average is given by the simple formula average. Sum of the quantities, sum of the ages divided by the number, total number of the boys. Total number. Here we have given 13 boys, the average of their age is also 13. The average age of a group of 13 boys is 13. There are 13 boys as well as their average is 30. There are 13 boys as well as their average is 30. So we have given these two values. Average is 13 as well as the number of the boys is 30. Average age of the boys, 13 boys is 30. Sum divided by total number is also 30. Total number is also 30. Now we are in a position to find the lump sum ages of all 13 boys. Shift 13 here. 13 times 13. It is the sum that's equal to 169. That's equal to 169. That's equal to 169. Simply, the sum of all 13 boys having their average is 13 is 169. The sum of the ages of all 13 boys having average 13 is 169. Is 169. Is 169. Now we are inducting, we are including 2 new boys are joining the group. We have, as usual, previous sum. Now we are inducting 2 new boys are joining the group. Suppose one is A, other is B. First, prior to induction of these 2 boys, the number of the boys is 13. The number of the boys is 13. Now 2 more joined. So our total number of boys is going to be 13 plus 2. 13 plus 2. 13 plus 2. Furthermore, average also rose by 2. Average also rose by 2 years. Average increases by 2 years. After the induction of these 2 boys, the average age of the group goes up by 2, increases by 2 years. We have the previous average, that's 30. That's 30, induct here. Value of sum is 169. We have to calculate the value of A and B. 13 plus 2 it's 15. Here average is 13. Prior to this, previous average is 13 plus 2. It will also become 15. Now we have 169 plus A plus B. It might be sorry. 15 times 15. 15 times 15. 15 times 15. 15 times 15. Now 15 times 15. Yes, we have 169 plus the sum of the ages of A and B is equal to 225. Subtracting 169 both sides, or taking 169 from left to right, we have 225 minus 169. 225 minus 169. So A plus B is equal to how much? 225 divided by 169, carry 150, it will become 6. Here 1, 11 is 5, 56. 56. So the sum of the ages of the new two boys is 156. 156. Simple question. First condition of this question is 13 boys, their average age is also 30. The average age of a group of 13 boys is 30. We have utilized the formula for average, that is sum divided by total number is equal to average. Total number are 13, average is 13. 13 times 13. Then we are in a position to find out the lump sum ages of all 13 boys. That is 169, that is 169, that is 169. From this second, after the induction of two new boys, A and B, we have increased the number by 2 as we have included two new boys, and the average rose also by 2. Average also rose by 2. It is given to us 13 plus 2. Then solving for A and B, we got the average of the new two boys is 56. There, sum of their ages. Moving towards next question, as usual, we have 71. As usual, moving towards next question, 71. The average of 8 numbers is 12. 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 If each number is increased by 2, the average age of the new set of the numbers is, firstly we have given, let me write the formula for average sum divided by number of numbers, it's equal to average. Now the average age of 8 numbers is 12. Number is 8, sum divided by 8, and their average is 12. The average age of 8 numbers is 12. Plugging in the values in this formula for average sum divided by the number of numbers is equal to average. We have given 8 numbers, their average is 12. We can easily find the sum. Shift 8 here, 12 times 8. 12 times 8, it's 96. It's 96. 16, 1 carry. Yes, 96. So the sum of all these numbers is 96. Sum of all these numbers is 96. Sum of all these numbers is 96. Second condition is that if each number is increased by 2, the average of the new set is, we have sum, each number is increased by 2. We have 8 numbers, each increased by 2. 8 times 2, 16. Or you can simply write plus 2, 8 times. Plus 2 for each 8 numbers. 8 times are 8 times 2. However, total number of numbers remains same. That's it. We have increased their quantity. We have increased their magnitude. Not a number. I have taken 8 as 8. Because there are still 8 numbers. Just we have only increased each number by 2. Look at this way. We have given some 8 numbers having their average 12. We have given 8 numbers, their average is 12. We can easily find out the sum of all these numbers is 96. 96. Now it is given to us. Each number is increased by 2. Each number is increased by 2. Each number is increased by 2. How many numbers are there? 8. Each increased by 2. 8 times 2. 8 times 2. 8 times 2. But the number of the numbers remains same. Total number of number remains same. That's it. That's it. Plugging in the value of sum, that's 96 plus 16 divided by 8. How much it is? 96 plus 16 to 1 carry. It will become 112, if I am not wrong. 112 divided by 8. Divided by 12. Applying table of 2. 4 times. There 5, 6. Again 2. There's 20. 8. Again 2. 1, 4. 1, 4. So the average of the two number is, now the average of the same 8 numbers when increased by 2 is 14. Is 14. Is 14. However, if you have experience with such type of questions, each number is increased by 2, each number is increased by 2, you can simply add 2 in the average. You can simply add 2 in the average. You can simply add 2 in the average. 2 plus 12. If you are experienced. Otherwise, follow the pattern, follow the calculation, and you are going to get there. You are going to get the same answer as you can direct if you have worked. Okay, moving towards final question. Question number 72. We have moving towards next question, that's 72. A good question, a simple one, but a mind boggler. Let's see and find out. If the price of a sugar be raised by 20%, 20 the percentage, raised by the percentage of consumption. If the price of the sugar be raised by 20, the percentage of consumption that a housewife has to decrease in order to strike a balance among the rising price and the expenditure. The price of a sugar has gone up by 20%. The price of a sugar has gone up by 20%. The price of a sugar has gone up by 20%. How much percent we have to cut? We have to curtail the consumption. We have to reduce the usage of sugar in order to not interrupt our expenditure. Our expenditure remains same. Our expenditure remains same. If price of sugar has been increased by 20%, how much percent the consumption of the sugar to be reduced in order not to affect our budget, our expenditure? It's simple one. At first glance, we have 100%. If total is not given, 20% increase, simply add 20. It will become 120. Now we have to calculate what percent of 120 is 20. What percent of 120 is 20, that we have to reduce from this 120 the figure 20, not percentage, the figure 20. We have to subtract from this. Now the price of sugar has been gone up to 120%. Now we want to get it again at 100% in order not to disturb our budget, not to disturb the budget of the lady. 120. Now simply we have to calculate what percent. Suppose X percent of 120 is 20. Why 20? Because the increase in the amount is 20%. Now we have to simply calculate what percent of 120 is 20. 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 Solve for X. We have 120 times X. Removing percent sign, divided by 100. We have 20 cancelled out. Applying table of 2, 5 times 6 times. Now we have 6 times X divided by 5 is equal to 20. Simplifying for X, solving for X, we have X is equal to 20 times 5 divided by 6. Applying table of 2, 10 times and 3. We have X is equal to 50 over 3. X is equal to 50 over 3. X is equal to 50 over 3. Applying table, 3 times 16 is 48. 3 times 16 is 48. Remainder is 2 divided by 2. So she has to curtail, she has to reduce the consumption She has to decrease the consumption of sugar by 16 whole 2 upon 3% in order not to affect her budget, in order to keep her budget intact. Keep her budget intact. Keep her budget intact. The price of sugar has gone up by 20%. At first, we have to take 100 because it is 100%. First means 100. Increase by 20, it's 120. 120. Now we have to calculate what percent of 120. What percent of 120 is 20? What percent of 120 is 20? That percent, in that case, that is 16 over 2 upon 3. She has to curtail. She has to cut the consumption of sugar in order not to disturb her budget. Moving towards next frame, we have